All right, your time is up. We can come back hopefully in another round. Mr. Shays?
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and thank you so very much for allowing me to have this opportunity. I have been the chairman of the National Security Subcommittee and the Government Reform Committee, and we have dealt with issues about sexual misconduct in the military, in our academies, and they dealt with heterosexual misconduct. And I am just struck by the fact that some of our witnesses will talk about misconduct as if that is the issue that they pretend to be focused on. But all of us agree in this room that if it's heterosexual misconduct, homosexual misconduct, gay misconduct, it would result in someone losing their command and being forced out of the military. So there's no argument about that. And then when you bring it up, when some of the witnesses have brought up, I just think it's somewhat scurrilous because it really distorts the issue. The issue is if someone performs perfectly well, but they have a different sexual orientation, should they be allowed to serve in the military? In my home state in Connecticut, on Memorial Day, we read off the names in Greenwich, Connecticut, of everyone who lost their life from the French and Indian War. I suspect some of them happen to have been gay. I don't have a statistic of how many. I suspect when I look at Arlington Cemetery, some happen to be gay. I suspect, and I have a little more proof of this, that the first person injured in the Iraqi war happened to have been gay. God bless everyone who served. I think the don't ask, don't tell policy is unpatriotic. I think it's counterproductive. In fact, I think it is absolutely cruel. So I am going and meeting with an individual who served here, Jim Colby. He shows me that he was a river rat in Vietnam. I said, my God, you risked your life almost every day. And then I thought about myself. I was a conscientious objector and I was in the Peace Corps with my wife. But I was deemed worthy, but he wasn't. And for nothing else, I'm here for Jim Colby. And I have to say to you, Captain, I know that every day you had to be afraid that you would be found out, that you would have lost your command, you would have been forced out of the service in disgrace. And frankly, I don't care what you do with your partner. What I care about is what you did for your service to our country. God bless you. And it's just really an outrage, I think, that you even have to be here to defend your amazing service to our country. Would you please tell me, Ms. Donnelly, why I should give one twit about this woman's sexual orientation when it didn't interfere one bit with her service?
I'm here to talk about policy.
Answer my question, please. You're a witness before us.
I respect the service of Captain Darrow, General Coleman, Sergeant Alva, everybody who serves in the military.
How do you respect their service? You want them out.
I'm standing for sound policy, Congressman. We can't ignore the importance of
sexuality. Can you answer my question? My question was this.
I'm trying to answer your
question.
No,
let me make sure you know what my question is. My question is, what difference does it make? Let me say it differently. How does the relationship that Captain Dara has with her partner have any impact on the service as long as it is her own personal experience?
Shays, in the military, we don't make policy based on individuals. We have groups of people who serve in conditions of little or no privacy. Forced intimacy is the phrase that's used in the law. That's what it's all about, Congressman. And it's not fair to tell young men and women that their feelings are going to be so disapproved of.
Well, this is what I think is not fair. You answered my question. Now you're saying something else.
I'm answering your question.
And I want my time back, and I want to be clear with you. What you're saying is that she has no right to risk her lives and protect fellow soldiers, sailors, Marines. You're saying she has no right to serve her country because she happens to have a different sexual orientation than you. And I say, so what?
You're saying that Cynthia Yost, who wrote a letter to this committee, if she is assaulted by a group of lesbians, that she should not
Then the lesbian should be let out. The lesbian should be let out. That's what should happen. They should be out immediately because of their bad conduct. Just like when I had my hearing and we had people, men who were sexually assaulting women soldiers, they should be let out. Their conduct is what matters in the service.
Just made my point. If you want to have 3 times as many incidents of sexual misconduct,
we don't have 3 times as much.
Increase the incidents by having man, woman.
I don't know any misconduct of Ms. Darrow. Do you have any misconduct
Mr. Shays,
of
your
Ms. Darrow?
time is up. I'm going to move to Mr.
Absolutely
Sestak.
not.
Ms.
Exactly.
Donnelly, we're going to move to the next.
It's not what we're talking about
member.
here.
Mr. Sestak.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I don't have any. I couldn't ask it better than